Welcome to another Map Business Online video presentation. We're going to talk a little bit about creating territories with drive time polygons today. The first thing I did was I went into my map and data map layer edit properties, and I made them transparent. So the zip codes, you can see I've got the zip codes turned on, and I made them transparent. And I also made sure the territory options were transparent, as well as allowing intersection. Now when we go back in, you can see I've entered an address up here in the address toolbar, and I've pressed the binoculars in. There's that address now on the map. Now I can create a drive time polygon using that drive time button. I can say I want to know all of the zip codes within 20 minutes. So I'm going to set that time, and it's going to create a polygon. That polygon happens to be just out of range of our field of view here, so I'm going to pull back a little bit, and you'll see we've got this polygon here now that's all around Northborough, Mass, and I can click those binoculars and search that zip code list. That's the only data set I've got checked on right now, and so I can just name that as Territory 1. What's going to happen is it's going to include all of the zip codes that are touched by that drive time polygon. The drive time polygon can stay there or not. You can turn it off and on as you see fit. So if I move away from that particular sort of dotted polygon, you see I selected that zip code over there. Now you can see it's a sort of a drive time polygon that's got a lot of almost random looking edges to it, but it's based on the inherent data, the map data that's part of the product, and how far you can drive in any direction from that central point in 20 minutes. I can take my Territory 1, I can change the color, and then I can move to another point on the map and draw yet another drive time polygon. So if I wanted to, I could go over here and say I wanted to just drop a point on the map for a drive time polygon. I can select my drive time polygon tool and maybe put a point right there. Do the same thing out 20 minutes, search that data once again, and now I've got a second drive time polygon, and we're going to call this Territory 2. I'm going to create that. And you'll notice when I do that, again, I can change the color if I want to differentiate as much as I need to. And I've got one overlapping zip code. So I can either choose to select that zip code and address it. I can add or remove it from any of the territories that I've already set up. Or I can let it stay there and have it be some sort of a point that basically reminds us we have overlapping representatives in that particular territory. We can also select some of these other nearby zip codes. I can hold down the Shift key after I've selected one and select more than one, and then click that button, and I can add those to Territory 2, for instance. Additionally, I can go back to that data window, as I mentioned in the article, and I can look at these territories that we've got now underneath zip code, and I can add data. So I can pick that data up. I click that Add Data button. This gives me this dialog box. And I can remove like primary, county, primary, state if we don't really need that for this analysis. And then I can go down and grab some 2013 data from our latest census update. And I could add, for instance, population, and then maybe some sort of income, and use those functions to give me some sense of, in that particular territory, how many people do I have. I've got 603,000 in Territory 1, and I've got 980,000 in Territory 2. And any other territory I create is going to have that demographic data included as well. Thanks for choosing Map Business Online. We appreciate your interest. Go to mapbusinessonline.com, take our free trial, and use our videos on the YouTube Map Business Online help site. Thanks very much. We'll talk to you soon.